What's up? What's happening? Welcome back, everybody. This is Cordova with my Balance Ball Instructional Part 2. So I'm a purple belt underneath Todd Cornfield out here at Catalyst Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Windsor, Colorado. Any of you guys are in town, stop by. We'd love to have you. So we're going to jump straight into our next exercise. This is just going to be belly flops on the ball. Straight from our knees, we're bouncing up and down, up and down. Pretty simple drill, but it's important. Notice how sometimes I'm throwing a hip switch in there as well. That exact hip switch is the next drill we're going to do. So if you don't have that down yet, don't know how to get into it, we're going to get into that right after this. But for now, just concentrate on the up and down belly flop motion here. We are getting a little bit of movement in the ball. That's totally good. Sometimes I like bouncing around the gym just by moving the ball around like that. Without touching the floor, I just bounce around all over the gym. I think it's good for my core and helps me when I'm bored. Yeah, now let's bring out the yellow ball, see how it looks on the big squishy one. You guys will notice here in a bit, I do some backwards, it's like moonwalking on the ball. Just another good thing to do when you're bored. Good way to get around the gym. Looks a little silly, but always fun. That's the important part. It's fun. So exercise 7 is another hip switch drill, and this one's really important for things like guard retention, Shaolin sweeps, overhead sweeps, balloon sweeps. It's really going to help you generate that momentum you need to get a guy overhead when his weight's on top of your hips. What it's nice for on the exercise ball, though, is getting back on top after you fall and regaining your balance when you're off kilter a little bit. So let's concentrate on this movement and see how it kind of works. You'll see how the balance point is usually on my stomach as I twist my hips across, balancing on both hands. But there are times when I sort of shimmy the ball down to my knees and shins. So there's a focal point where I'm kind of turning on my stomach and the hips are switching. And then look at where it goes down to the knees as well. Let's take a look at how this drill helps us get up off the floor after we fall over. It's all about generating momentum. And so I do the same hip switch, but I kind of do like a handspring or a shoulder roll motion to hop right back up and over. I really feel like after I started doing this drill, I could understand Shaolin sweeps and balloon sweeps a little bit better because it helps me understand how to generate momentum and potential energy when I need to get my hips over my opponent's body after I flip him over my head. So hopefully this will help you guys too, and of course you look like a boss when you're getting up off that, and people don't laugh at you anymore when you fall. Because when you get up, you look like a fucking ninja. Alright? So, just like in our last instructional, we're now going to combine those two exercises into something that we can use in a more fluid form. I really think that's the best way to learn Jiu-Jitsu altogether, is to isolate very simple movements and then combine them together into something smooth and beautiful. So let's take a look at this motion. We're doing little tiny belly flops, and then we're throwing in our hip switch. The only difference is I'm not touching my hands to the floor when I hip switch, and I'm not doing as big of belly flops as I possibly can. There's not much elevation on these belly flops. I'm just trying to keep my balance and keep my stomach connected with that ball. So if you look at this movement, I'm basically kicking my hips through, coming back to my knees, then dropping back down to the stomach. Then kicking my hips through and doing it all over again. You guys are going to fall a lot during this drill, but that gives you an amazing opportunity to practice the last drill we just did to get back up off the floor. At this point, you've got all the tools you need. Once again, you can start throwing rolls together all on your own. You're going to look pretty slick, and honestly, you don't really need me for much more. Don't forget to check out my channel. There could be some stuff on there you like. And don't forget to check out part 3. I'll teach some front rolls, back rolls, shoulder rolls, flips like that, so you can be the fanciest of fancy mamma jamma in your gym. Thank you again. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Take it easy.